Hello and welcome to another episode of Celebrity Country Music Quiz. I'm Dani Young and I am the host, or your quiz master, as sometimes I like to be called. And we've got a very special episode for you tonight. We've got 4 amazing guests coming on. Well, technically 5 amazing guests coming on the show tonight. And of course, you at home get to play along and see if you can beat our guests. We do also have a new prize tonight that someone in our audience will be winning. We're introducing a golden question, and whoever gets the question correct and the quickest will get to choose an album of their choice, and we will send it out to them. So any new album from your favorite artist, you get to pick it, we'll get it for you, and we'll send it out to you as your prize. So this is, you don't actually have to be the highest score of the night. You only have to get this one question correct. So anyone could win it. You never know what the question will be. So keep your eye out for our golden question round coming up during the show tonight. Let me introduce to you our very special guest for tonight. There we go. Bring him up on the screen with me. We've got the long and short of it, otherwise known as Patsy and Dave, giving us a wave there from Melbourne. They're in lockdown.
Hey, Dani.
Hey, Dani.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We've also got Rory Phillips joining us.
Everyone.
Thanks so much for coming on a school night as well. As you might be able to tell, Rory's a little younger than the rest of us and does have to go to school tomorrow. But don't worry, we'll wrap it up before bedtime. And Della Harris is joining us as well tonight. Give us a wave, Della.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on. I think you're going to do pretty well on the show tonight because Della runs the High on Country Facebook page, and I often go there and find some question ideas for this show. So I feel like she's primed to maybe,
Do you know what? I actually don't run that page.
You don't?
No.
Someone told me that you do.
No, I saw that there and I thought, High on Country, and I'm like, okay, I can be that.
I thought you would have corrected me if I was wrong.
It's not me. But when you said that, I'm like, I might go and have a little looky on that page because it might give me some clues.
All right, well then I need to stop saying that. Well, we all make mistakes.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
And joining us definitely from 2TM, we have Sally Ann Whitton.
Hi. Hi, guys. Thank you so much, Dani, for inviting me along. This will be fun.
Alrighty, well, I think you're all going to do really well tonight. And of course, our audience are going to play along. So let's bring up tonight's code. Tonight's code is 755567. It's time for you all to jump in and create your usernames. Our celebs have already got set up with their names you can see on the screen. It's time for you at home to jump on and put your names in. And I think maybe you should come up with something funny tonight. If you're thinking of a new name, let's come up with something funny and country themed. I want to see all your answers. All right, no one's put their... Oh, there we go. Jack's in with her little cowboy hat. DJ Dax is in the room. DJ Dax from the Country Thunder Network. Country Bumpkin, that's an interesting name. Saddleback Sam. Oh, I like that one. I've got some awesome names pouring in tonight. Patsy Clown. I'm assuming that's a different Patsy, not the same Patsy we've got on from the long and short of it. The Hootenannies. Very nice. Looks like everyone is joining us for another round tonight. Banjo Boy is back in the house. And feel free to leave some comments for us. We're bringing comments up on the screen tonight. You may have seen a couple pop up already. So if you want your comment up on the screen, leave us a nice one. And while we get ready for question number 1, we want to make sure as many people can see this stream and play along with our country music quiz tonight. So if you give us a big thumbs up or a love heart, and maybe give us a share if you feel like it, that would help us get the show on the road. I love seeing all your thumbs and your hearts when you click the heart button. So let's fill the screen up with those right now. Akubra Rail. That's a great name. Maybe country. There's a lot of like partial sentences as names that I'm not sure if they're meant to like run into the next one. May seem to. I'm not sure if that continues. Mr. Ed. That's pretty country. We love horses. All right, we've got lots of people in the room tonight, so I think we're nearly ready for question number 1. Of course, if you're still signing in, you've got time. But we are going to push forward. Here we go. We're going to start with a poll. No points on this one, just to get you familiar with how it all works. Which celeb will score highest tonight? This is for you to choose at home. Do you think it's going to be Sally Ann Whitton, Della Harris, the long and short of it, or Rory Phillips? So on Kahoot, where you're signed in, which is hopefully on your phone if you're watching us on your computer screen. If you think it's Sally Ann, you can see she's in the red box, so you hit the red box on your screen to lock her in. Or blue for Della, or yellow for long and short of it, or green for Rory. And that's how we're going to proceed with the rest of the night. It's always interesting to see what people are thinking. Oh, Sally Ann is the front runner. How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure. Too early to say. But I appreciate the faith. Thank you, everybody.
I realise I forgot to ask you all what you've been up to before diving into our questions for the night. So, Sally, is it business as usual for you up in Tamworth?
No gigs, obviously, but 2TM, luckily I've got a day job as a radio girl, so that's been a godsend, really, and I'm still able to keep my hand in country music, which is good. I know all these people that have been writing and doing amazing creative things. I've just been kind of sad and baking, really. So
I think there is a bit of pressure that artists should be using this time to come up with their next masterpiece. And I think that's just not true at all. I think everyone's dealing with it differently. And it's perfectly okay if you're actually not even doing any music at the moment, or if you're just doing things in a different way. Like, we're all different and there's no pressure. Like, it's a pandemic. Like, it's a difficult time for everyone. There shouldn't be no pressure on yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, thank you, Dani. I feel better now.
Oh, you're welcome. And what about you, Della? Has life been quite different for you as well?
Yeah, it has. I mean, obviously, again, like Sally, no gigs, you know, and I was a bit the same too. During the first lockdown, I just sort of like, I think I was kind of in shock that I had a really big year planned out, you know, like I was finishing my album, I had gigs lined up and, you know, all sorts of stuff going on and all planning for a big launch in Tamworth next year of the album. And so I didn't, I think I was sort of just a bit sad first time round. And then towards the end of that, I guess I did start to write a bit. I've written a few songs, you know, but I agree. It's like I couldn't get my head into any sort of musical space for a while, you know, but starting to come good now and working on a few ISO videos and just trying to practice the guitar. But look, I must admit, it's been nice to spend time with the family and just hang out at home and binge on Netflix. I never get to do stuff like that. So there's been a few bonuses and, you know, I do work part-time in a day job, so I'm happy to have that, because I think if I had all day, every day of not doing anything in particular, I think that would be very, very hard.
That's true. And what about you, Rory? You're back at school at the moment, but I'm guessing you were learning from home for a little bit, plus probably no gigs for you either. How have you been going with everything?
We were on remote learning for a little while. We're back now. We were on remote learning for probably 5 or 6 weeks almost, doing most of the stuff through Google Meet and Zoom and Skype and, you know, online learning. So we're back now, but I've had, I think, 7 festivals cancelled, so it hasn't really been a good time music-wise for me, but, you know, for any of us, really. But, yeah, so I've pretty much done nothing since my last gig was, I think, at the end of February, so March, not February. Yeah, so it's been a while.
Definitely. I think it's been a while for a lot of us in the live music scene. And Patsy and Dave, you're actually, I think, what is it, nearly curfew o'clock down there in Melbourne. How's life been for you living under a curfew?
It's really strange. Sort of, had a bit of trouble getting into the new routine of it all, but it's just something we've kind of been getting used to. But we've had the restaurant closed. We decided not to do takeaway and delivery this time, but we're just trying to reinvent ourselves moving forward, coming out of COVID, I suppose. Once the restrictions are eased, we've been setting up our live studio room downstairs for streaming, and it's also given me a chance to get up into our recording studio that has been sitting sort of idle for the last 2 years. So that's looking like it's going to be up and running in the next couple of months. So we're very excited about that.
Oh. Well, that's fantastic. It sounds like you've found a bit of a silver lining for, this downtime. You've been able to focus your energies on something different that's going to pay off in the long term for you guys. It'll be so great to have a recording studio set up where you are.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a dream, and I just love being in the studio. It's one of my passions. I love watching, listening to songs come to life. And we were supposed to be in Nashville. We were supposed to go to Nashville in May to record our new album, but of course that's on hold. And who knows, we might even do it in our new studio here. So something to look forward to.
Very interesting. All right, well, I think we should push on to some of our country music questions for the night. This is the first one where you get real points, and of course you get extra points if you are speedy getting in the correct answer. What brand of guitar does Troy Cassar-Daley use? Choices are Yamaha, Takamine, Gibson or Maton.
I've got some outside help, but I knew that one. He was trying to give me hand signals. Yes, I knew that one. That's all right.
I was looking through all these pictures of Troy, and in every photo of him with the guitar, you can see the brand of the guitar. So I've gone for something with no guitar in it for tonight's quiz. Takamine. 16 people got that correct. Well done, everyone. Let's see. Rory got in the quickest.
Oh, go Rory.
Oh. Sally Ann is in second place, long and short of it in third. And, Della, you're not in the top 5.
I got it right.
You must have been a bit too slow there, Della.
Yes, a bit slow.
All right, here's our next one. Which artist announced they've signed with Social Family Records this week? Choices are The April Family, Lachlan Bryan and The Wilds, Kirsty Lee Akers or Ashley Dallas. All of them have been on this show, but which one just signed to Social Family Records? I think they announced it on Monday, 2 days ago.
I feel like I may have that wrong.
No.
I think we did.
I feel like I should know that. Anyway.
Sally, what are you drinking there?
I'm drinking a rosé from the Hunter Valley, which is organic, so it's basically health food, right?
Oh, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
17 people got that correct. That's more than the Troy Cassar-Daley question. It was Lachlan Bryan. Rory holds on to first place. Della has come up into second place and pushed Sally Ann out of there.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I won't be there for long, I'm sure.
We'll see. Next question. Adam Harvey and Lee Kernaghan have recently released a duet of which Merle Haggard song? Choices are Pancho and Lefty, Today I Started Loving You Again, Ramblin' Fever or The Fighting Side of Me.
I'm doubting myself on the one I'm Pick them.
14 people's got their answers in already. Now, the story behind this song is the two of them got up on stage at Cruising Country together one year and sang a duet of this song, and Lee said to Adam, you know what, we should record this. And so they have.
I'd love to do that one day, Cruising Country. That looks like so much fun.
Oh, it sure does. It's not easy to get on the bill, but, you know, if anyone's got any connections, please hook me up. I'd love to go.
Me too. Maybe we'll do a duet instead.
Ramblin' Fever was the correct answer. 17 getting it right again. Oh, the long and short of it have dropped out of our top 5. Akubra Rail is the highest climber. Good job, Akubra Rail. And Maybe Country, Country Bumpkin and the Hootenannies. Great job on rounding out our top 5. Of course, we'll come to our golden question later, where the quickest correct answer from our audience will win the CD of their choice. Stay tuned for that later in tonight's quiz. All right, there are 2 correct answers for this, so select both of them. Which 2 folk festivals recently announced their cancellation? This was big news the last couple of weeks. Probably the last week even, big news about these 2 festivals cancelling. And I think why it was such big news is that one of them's all the way in March of next year. And that's very far in advance to be cancelling festivals, because we all thought 2021 would be back on track.
Mm.
But obviously a lot of time and planning goes into a festival, and it's very hard at the moment to really know what the future holds. So they felt their efforts were best focused on the year after. 18 people have locked it in. Make sure you select 2 answers to get as many points as you can.
So do you get half points for getting one?
I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to double check the back end after this to see whether you get half the points or some portion of the points or all the points. I don't know. 20 people have locked that in. And the correct answer is Woodford Folk Festival, which is over the new year, and Port Fairy Folk Festival, which is in March next year.
I was close. I was so close.
Oh, which ones did you pick, Sally?
The National Folk Festival in Woodford.
Ah, halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there. Ouch. Okay.
Oh, I'm still there.
Hey, we
Rory!
I'm not sure how, but I'm still here.
Daddy, there's a glitch. There's a glitch because we pressed both of those and it said time's up, get ready for a comeback. So we actually did press within time, so that we've got a glitch here.
Oh,
Good.
Oh,
Maybe- maybe your internet's a little dodgy down there in Melbourne.
must be.
It's
Because it's coming up to- It's coming up to curfew time, so maybe everyone's turned on the Netflix.
I don't know about Yarraville, but it's pretty stormy over here in Blackburn, so maybe that's got something to do with it.
Could be. Next question. Which country artist is not releasing a new Christmas album this year? You've got 3 choices on this one. 2 of them are, one of them isn't. Is it Dolly Parton, Carrie Underwood, or Keith Urban not releasing a Christmas album?
Does it mean that Keith's
sure
going to
about.
be singing a whole bunch of songs about Nicole at Christmas? Because I'm really down for that. I'm going to hope. I'm just going to vote for that because I hope that.
Keith Urban was the one not doing the Christmas album. Most people got that.
That was lucky.
It's funny.
Sounds like Rory got the correct answer there.
Yeah, that was lucky. I wasn't sure.
Well,
Increasing his lead. Team Deshawn have just moved into 4th place. Well done, Brendan and Glenda. And DJ Dax is on 5th place now. Good job, DJ Dax. And Jack is improving. Good one, Jacinta. All right, here we go. We're going to finish the lyrics. For this one, you actually need to type in the missing word in these lyrics. Hopefully you're going to know them all. So make sure you type it, and you do want to spell it correctly, because if you spell it incorrectly, it might not get picked up as the correct answer. Here's our first one. Type it in. If I were a carpenter and you were a...
Lady.
Oops.
Oh,
Someone's saying an answer.
I did know that, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Sally's getting some outside help.
Yeah, actually, trying to help. That's very helpful. Thanks, honey. I think it's called cheating, actually.
20 people have locked that in. I've noticed everyone's been scoring higher and higher as this show has gone on. Everyone's just getting a bit too smart. And you were a sailor. Someone wrote sailor. Everyone else wrote lady.
That's a different song.
Oh, okay. Some movement on our top 5. Della's come into 2nd place. Maybe Country is on a hot streak. 6 correct answers in a row. Well done, Maybe Country, whoever you are. And Saddleback Sam has moved into 5th place. Here's our next one. Type it in. This one's for the... We've got a little photo there to help you out. This one's for the...
I'm getting a full show here.
Doesn't he have faith in you to know the answer?
No, I've even sung that song before. Anyway, I think he's enjoying the show.
Well, tell him to log in and make his own profile. See if he can score higher than you.
Oh, no. We don't need that sort of competition in there.
And anyone that's watching at home, remember, don't write the answers in the comments. You can sign into Kahoot at any time. The code is at the bottom of the screen with our code for tonight's game. You can join and start getting points. This one's for the girls was the correct answer there.
There goes my streak.
Oh, Rory!
Oh, no! 2nd place.
We've both taken a dive.
Oh, there's a lot of movement in our top 5. Lots of people popping in and popping back out again, which shows it's anyone's game at this point. And look at those scores. They're all quite close together. So this is pretty good. Here's our last lyric for you to finish. I'm a redneck woman. I ain't no high class. What's the word after this? You may have noticed a little theme running through our Finish the Lyrics tonight. Oh, only 5 answers in. 7. A little bit slower than some of the other ones, so maybe this one's a little trickier for everyone at home.
Did anybody else sing that song in their head while they were trying to type the answer?
Yep.
That's pretty relatable.
Oh, I just noticed Gretchen Wilson's got her name written on the fretboard of her guitar. That looks awesome. Broad was the correct answer there. I saw someone misspelled broad. Didn't get the points there. 13 of you got broad correct.
Oh,
Della's gone.
I'm gone.
It's all right. She might be back. She might be back. The Hootenannies have moved up into 5th place. They're on a hot streak. So when you're on a hot streak, which means you're getting multiple questions in a row correct, your points start to snowball and you start getting even more points than if you were just getting one off correct. So it's always good to try and get as many in a row correct as you can. Who released the single Old Country Soul this week? had a little bit of new music out. I think there's only 4 or so new releases this week. Was it Jetty Road, the McClymonts, Melody Moko, or Christy Lamb? Who do you picture when you hear the title Old Country Soul? "20 people have locked it in. They're all over this." Patsy and Dave, how are you guys doing? I'm not hearing any arguing.
No, it's because sadly we're not doing very well down here. No,
We've realised that we're just as bad as each other. So.
no argument from me.
Not yet. Anyway, still time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Christy Lamb was the correct answer for that one. Maybe Country is firming up their lead. I'm very curious as to who this person is. Let us know in the comments who you are. I'm so curious. What was Fender's first mass-produced electric guitar called?
Where's my
Originally called. I may have thrown this one in for Rory because he knows his guitars. Is it the Telecaster, the Broadcaster, the Stratocaster, or the Les Paul?
Oh, too late.
I may have got that wrong.
Rory, you got that wrong. Well,
Maybe.
We'll
I
see.
might have been too quick on the fingers there.
I think we were too quick. We had disagreement here, but oh gosh.
I just plain old took a
Now
guess.
I'm going to be so ashamed of myself if I get this wrong.
You should be. I put this one in for you, Rory. And
Oh, no pressure at all.
this one, if you've got it wrong, it'll be like etched into your brain forever. It's the Broadcaster.
No, broadcaster.
Yep.
I didn't get that.
No.
Thanks, Al, for telling me the wrong one. That was great.
I just kept thinking Telecaster.
It later became known as the Telecaster, but when it was released, it was originally called the Broadcaster. Rory's moved down in the world. We've got 2 of our at-home audience in number 1 and 2 tonight, Maybe Country and May Seem To. Then we've got Rory in 3rd, Team Deshawn in 4th, and Akuba Rail in 5th. And well done to Patsy Clown, who's just climbed up 3 places on the ladder. Doing really well. Which of these states will not be on Catherine Britt's Bush Pubs tour in 2020? Which of these states will not be on Catherine Britt's Bush Pubs tour this year? Obviously, I've left Victoria off because there's no hope for Victorians right now.
Everybody hates us.
Look, it's not that we hate you, it's just we're lovingly keeping you at a distance. So your choices are Queensland, Tasmania, New South Wales, or South Australia. Which one is she not going to? I was frankly quite impressed that she was heading to 3 of these. I believe she's in one of these places as soon as next week.
Half the luck.
Like with Tasmania, I thought and South Australia, I thought all of them were keeping their borders closed till Christmas, but apparently not. New South Wales was the answer there. Yep, people fell for Tasmania, which is what I would have thought too if I didn't know the answer. But yeah, New South Wales, as I said earlier in the show, singing and dancing is not allowed in the town of New South Wales. It's like we're in Footloose. And, yep, no singing, no dancing. Those rascally kids are going to get up to no good if they do that. It's a very sad state of affairs. But you got to laugh.
Yes.
Ooh, Rory.
I'm coming back.
Coming back. Little String has just moved into 5th place. Welcome to the show, Little String. You popped into our leaderboard. Which artist has an album that refers to the same trailer, different park? Oh, someone got in that one really quick. I saw that first answer go in with seconds on the clock.
Me. And I think I just hit the wrong one. I went to hit the other one. I'm
Sally.
stuck at this. I suck at this game.
It sounds like you're too quick. If that's
I know.
All right, so your choices are Maren Morris, Reba McEntire, Casey Musgraves, or Miranda Lambert. We don't call them trailers here. I think we call them caravans or motorhomes. Casey Musgraves was the correct answer. 11 people got that one. Oh, I missed who just dropped out of our top 5, but Little String and Team Deshawn are now in 4th and 5th place. Cooper Rail in 3rd, Rory's in 2nd, and Maybe Country holding on to 1st place. Can anyone beat them? They're about 1,000 points in front. That's doable in this game, seeing how many points you get. You can get 1,000 points in a question or two.
Gonna try.
It's up to you, Rory.
We just need them to start missing a few.
Please. Oh, there goes my light.
Oh no, Rory's gone dark.
I have gone dark.
Well, if anyone was wondering what I am drinking tonight, this is actually something I've never tried before. This is a Tawny Bubbles. So it's like a sparkling version of port. And it's very strong. It's about 17.5%. And it tastes exactly like port, except that it's got bubbles in it. And it's such a strange feeling. But this was sent in a little care package to me from Drayton's Family Wines. So if you're curious about what a Tawny Bubbles tastes like, it's a nice little bottle too. But I think there's like 5 standard drinks in this tiny bottle. So we'll see how I am by the end of the show tonight. But yeah, very interesting. All right, here we go with our next category, songs from a book. So if you ever watch Spicks and Specks on TV, you'll be familiar with this category where someone sings a song, but they take out all the real words. They open up a book and instead have to read the words that are written in the book to the tune of the song. And we have to try and guess it based off the melody. So Renee Jonas is reading for us tonight. You have to type in the name of this song. Let me make sure the sound is on.
Made from 100% Chardonnay grapes produced on vineyards, owned by the Drayton family in the world-renowned Poker Bend district of the Hunter Valley. This wine was barrel fermented in New and Old French barracks. It has a lengthy palate of stone fruit and citrus, flavors with a hint of toast, approximately 8.0. Standard drinks contain sulfites made with milk, nut, egg, and fish derivatives. Traces may remain. 13.5% alcohol. Rogers of Australia.
So you notice Renee got her bottle of Drayton's wines as well, which actually made for perfect lyrics to sing out for this song tonight.
It's right there. It's a right there.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? You kind of know it, but you don't.
Yeah. Where's Warhurst when you need a miss? Where are you?
It's the different words that totally throw you because you're not hearing what you expected to hear.
Yeah.
Let's see who got it. Oh, there's a few correct answers. Someone spelt it wrong. There's 2 people spelt it wrong. Tequila was the name of the song.
Yeah. Right.
I only just got there. I was sitting there the whole time going, oh, I know it.
Yeah, I got it, but it took a while, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it says Rory's back in the game 3 in a row, so you must have got it just as the timer stopped. So you didn't get too many points for it, but you did get some.
Did I ever leave the game?
Well, you left the top spot on the podium.
True.
But you're back on fire.
Back on fire. All right, let's have a listen to our second song for the night. Name this song. You might notice a little running theme.
Friendship is precious, not only in the shade, but in the sunshine of life as well. Friends have a wonderful way of reminding us what really matters. Never doubt but one friend hears the music of your soul. And an acquaintance is someone we can say hello to. A friend is someone we can say anything to. When I hear your voice, it is a song that comforts my spirit. We each have our sorrows to bear.
Oh, you can tell she had fun with that one. 11 people have locked it in. Think they know what they've heard. That means nearly half our audience aren't sure what that song is.
Lovely singing, by the way. Thank you, Renee. That was beautiful.
She always does a wonderful job for us every week. This one's about the spelling. I put in alternative spellings for you in case you spelt whiskey differently. So that makes 13 people got points for that question. It is actually whiskey with an EY in America, but I thought I'd put the Irish with just a Y as well. Rory's on a hot streak of 4 in a row. Well done. Maybe Country is in first place. Akuba Rails in third. Little String is fourth. And Team Deshawn are in fifth. Team Deshawn always do well, though. Brenda and Glenda are very switched on. And they play every week, so I think they're pretty smart by this point. Here's our last song for the night from Renee. And remember, there's a bit of a theme.
Back Lisa nearly fell into Heather's arms as she stalked up the side. Passage arms filled with a cake box and what looked like a bottle of champagne. Excuse me, but I think I'm needed. It was Wonder Woman brushing past them both, heading straight for the backyard, where the children had resumed their various frantic activities with scarily sobering clothes, by to ensure no serious or permanent injury occurred. In the middle of the lawn, Wonder Woman said, "Oh, the black suitcase." By her side, raised her hand. "Who wants to see me produce a ribbon out from this empty suitcase?" She announced loudly, the first child to sit quietly in front of me. "We'll get you patted." Not another word was needed. In seconds, Wonder Woman had all 32 children seated company.
16 people have written answers for that. Time is just about up. Let's see. Strawberry wine, champagne, no, cry. Drinking alone was the correct answer. 11 people got that one. So we're on a bit of a drinking theme tonight. I should have told you all to bring drinks. I thought it was just standard protocol these days is just bring a drink to a live stream. Except for Rory. No drinks for Rory.
All right, I'll go grab a scotch.
Maybe if you give him a drink, it might knock him off the top spot.
Oh, so Rory, you got that one. It says you're on a streak of 5.
Ooh, only just.
Just got that one. Alrighty. Well, we're getting close to the end of tonight's quiz. We've still got, I think, 6 or 7 questions left. So
8 questions.
8 questions left. Oh, my bad. But one of those questions is our golden question of the night, where the person who gets in the quickest will be getting to choose the CD of their choice as their prize. So start thinking about what new CDs are coming out that you would really like and maybe haven't ordered yet. Because I know some people are a bit low on funds at the moment. So this is the perfect chance to win a CD, and you get to win it every week from now on, thanks to a little bit of sponsorship we got. Big thanks to Charlie Wang for sponsoring our golden question. Which Aussie artist was highest on the Aria Country Albums chart this week? The Aria Country Albums chart. So who's got an album out recently? Choices are Jasmine Ray, Travis Collins, the McClymonts, or Morgan Evans. And the picture of Casey is just there to confuse you.
Couldn't make it too easy, could we now?
No. Oh, nearly 20 answers in. I think people know this one. There we go, there's 20 with 45 seconds to go. Let us know in the comments, do you have this album? If you're confident which one it is, do you have this album? Have you bought it yet? Travis Collins' Wreck Me is the new album. I think this is its second week in the Aria charts. It's doing really well. Oh, it says, Sally, you're on a hot streak of 3 in a row.
Woo! Go Sally.
Well done.
I'll soon put a stop to that, don't worry.
Where's your helper now?
Yeah, I know. He's gone quiet since he got the last guitar question wrong, because he's a guitar player.
Feeling a bit self-conscious now, is he?
Yeah. So he's back to kitchen duties, cooking me dinner. Good man.
Oh, you haven't eaten yet? It's 8:15, Sally.
I know. I teach until late, so straight from work to kids and yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being here. Oh, we're up to our golden question. So quickest correct answer from the audience. Sorry, celebs, you're not in this one. It's the audience will win a prize. Of course, you can get points, celebs, for this one, but our quickest correct answer from the audience gets to pick a CD as their prize, and I'll mail it out to them. This is a puzzle question. Put these top-selling album golden guitar winners in chronological order. That means there's 4 of them. You need to drag them into the correct order, with the oldest or earliest one on the left-hand side, and the most recent one will be last on the right-hand side. Your 4 choices are Barricades and Brick Walls, Casey Chambers, Spirit of the Anzacs, Lee Kernaghan, Chandelier of Stars, John Williamson, or Stronger by Melinda Schneider. Put them in the correct order. Which one came out earliest, or which one won the golden guitar for top-selling album earliest, and which one was the most recent?
Earlier.
These puzzles are always so tricky because you have to get them in the perfect order. Usually only about 4 people get them correct. So if you got it correct, your chances of winning our golden prize are pretty good.
That's a hard one.
I was sure and now I'm not.
Yeah.
Thinking too hard on it then. Follow your gut. First instinct's always right. Isn't that what they say?
I think so.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, let's see.
I feel like for me, I can definitely put the earliest and the oldest on either side, and then the middle 2. So it was Casey Chambers first, then John Williamson, then Melinda Schneider, and then Lee Kernaghan. 16% of people got that correct. So if you got that correct, it means you've got a very good chance of winning tonight's prize. We're going to find out at the end of the show when I can go have a look at the numbers and see whose name came up first as the quickest correct answer. So stay tuned for that. But we can see Akuba Rail and Little String, both of them got some points there, so they're in the running for tonight's prize. Next question. June Carter Cash had a role in which Robert Duvall film? Choices are The Godfather, The Apostle, True Grit, or Apocalypse Now. Are there any you can rule out, at least?
I don't know.
Do you need to phone a friend?
Yeah. Yes, that would be handy.
If you could phone a friend, who would it be that you could phone?
Roseanne Cash? Not that she's my friend, but that would be a good one.
If I could phone anyone, I'd probably phone, I don't know, June Carter Cash or maybe Robert Duvall. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
I'm
June's
almost
with us
certain
anymore.
I cannot picture June Carter Cash in Apocalypse Now. I don't think that's
Don't think that's for her?
that's not for her.
What about you, Della? Who would your phone a friend be?
Yeah, I'm trying to think actually. I actually did a trivia afternoon with my work crew this afternoon, and there was some people in my team that just knew every movie. So any one of them actually would be handy right now, because it made me realise there was so many movies I have not watched.
Right. Well, The Apostle was the correct answer there. More people thought it was True Grit. Now, The Apostle came out in about 1997. True Grit was from about 1969. So there's a big time difference there, but perhaps people thought there was, I think Glenn Campbell was in True Grit. A few country people or cowboys in that one. So I can understand why people might have thought that one. Oh, look at that. There's 210 points between first and second place currently.
That was a lucky guess.
Whew. In this game, that is nothing. That's like points of a second difference. Becky T is the highest climber. She's just moved up 3 places on the ladder. Well done, Becky. Which country group famously criticised George W. Bush during his presidency? Oh, a lot of people instantly locked that one in.
That's probably the easiest one of the game. Gonna go out there and say it.
Really? I was hoping to pick up extra points on this one.
Little Big Town, the Dixie Chicks, Brooks and Dunn, Lady Antebellum are your choices. 20 people have locked it in. This is probably the quickest that the majority of people have clicked on an answer for something.
I'm surprised they haven't had more to say, this particular band, actually, about the current president. They've been very quiet.
Yeah.
They've maybe been burned a little too much. And just thought.
Once bitten, twice shy, perhaps.
Yeah.
Dixie Chicks, or currently the Chicks, as they're now known. 20 people got that correct. 2 people thought it was Brooks and Dunn. That's interesting to picture. All right, no movement on our top 5. But I'm curious, Della, Sally, and Patsy and Dave, does it say on your app whereabouts you're ranked at the moment?
Yes, I'm 9th.
That's pretty good.
I'm 11.
We're last.
Last. It just comes up saying, we don't want to tell you, but you're last.
Yeah, we're definitely last. We did ask about a wooden spoon on the way in.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can arrange a wooden spoon. It'll probably go to good use in your restaurant down there in Melbourne.
At least we can't go any further than that.
All right, we're getting to the pointy end of things tonight. Who is the current chairman of the CMAA? Is it Dove Newton or Dan Biddle? This is a tricky question because it's all about the chairman position. Who's the chairman and who's the president? Lots of answers coming in.
Just like last time, I was sure before and I'm not sure now. It's a nail biter. If I get it wrong, I just have to cross my fingers and count my lucky stars that maybe country gets it wrong. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done for.
Do we know who maybe country is?
I haven't seen them pop up in the comments yet, but I have been a little distracted running the show. They may have revealed themselves. Dan Biddle is the chairman and Dobe is the president. 15 people got that correct. Oh, okay. But you've narrowed the gap there.
Ooh. I have. It's gone down from 200 to 150 something.
130 points between you. And Sally Ann is on a hot streak. 3 in a row, Sally. Great job. So this is the final question you can get points on. So try to get it right and try to get it in quick. I believe in you, Rory. And everyone else, of course. How many songs can an artist enter per category at the Golden Guitars? Is it 1 per category, 2, unlimited, or the artist can't enter, the board nominates?
Oh.
I did read the handbook just the other week, so I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this one. $20 answers locked in already.
Guys, we shouldn't have been using my phone for the response thing. We should have been using the internet on the computer because we would have got in faster, I reckon.
Oh, no, not the internet connection letting you down.
Oh, phone's, dying.
1 per category is the correct answer. 13 got that correct. Rory didn't sound impressed.
No. I'm done for.
Oh, and we're not seeing the scores yet. We're just asking you for some feedback. What do you think of the quiz tonight? You can type in anything you want. Don't be rude. Be nice, please. And we'll just bring it all up on the screen and we'll just have a little look at what everyone's feeling after tonight's quiz. Then we'll reveal our final results. A few people have typed it in. I am struggling to get through this one glass. It is very strong. As I said, fortified wine, 17.5% alcohol. It's like, I'm really feeling it.
That would be a heck of a hangover, I reckon, if you had a session on that. That would be a couple of days of recovery for me anyway.
Okay.
I know it's bubbly, but I'm sipping it like a port. I've probably poured too much because I was thinking, oh, it's a champagne.
I can't do port. It gives me a headache.
All right, we're seeing all the shapes of your answers coming in. Last chance to get an answer in if you want your text up on the screen. And we'll see in just a minute what everyone's written. Someone reversing over there, Sally.
And
Microwave.
The microwave.
going backwards.
It's gonna be dinner time.
It is.
Here we go. Loads of fun, competitive, hard. Woohoo, number 6. Amazing as always. Hard one tonight, harder than usual. Oh, a few people are thinking it was a bit hard tonight. We want the wooden, I'm guessing that's We Want the Wooden Spoon from Patsy and Dave. Oh, lovely. All right, let's find out who our winners are. Let me turn the sound on. A Cooper Rail in 3rd place. Rory's in 2nd place. Which means maybe Country. Little Strings in 4th and the Hootenannies in 5th place tonight. Wow, well done, guys. Now, I can't be sure because people are using different names tonight. I can't be sure if these are people we haven't had win before or if it's under a different name. Some people that always do very well. Let me turn the sound off here. Whew, good job, everyone. How are you feeling after that trivia?
I think we're worn out.
I have got to say, I'm slightly disappointed in myself because I was leading up until the question that I got wrong about the broadcaster. Who would have thought that the guitar question was my undoing?
Oh, dear.
Never mind.
Oh, dear. Oh, well, you still did really well tonight, Rory. You did excellent. You got a great score. You came second. You should be very proud of yourself. I think that score probably deserves at least an A minus, maybe an A. We'll see. And Della and Sally, did you end up in similar positions to when we checked in on you last?
Yeah.
I think so. I think I was around 10. I didn't see the last one.
Ahead. I think I was 9. So that I'm happy with that. I thought I would completely bomb that. So I'm happy with that.
Same. Yeah, I'll take it too.
Fantastic. Well, leave us your comments. We're putting them up on the screen above us. And I'm going to go and dig into the reports and find out who has won our golden prize for the night. But while I'm doing that, I have always been asking all our celebrities that come on for some little advice that perhaps we can all use to help us get through this very uncertain and sometimes depressing times, because when you've got lots of plans and they all change or there's no real end in sight that we know for sure, it can definitely lead you to a place where you're just feeling a bit hopeless. And so I'm asking all our celebs, what is something that you've been doing lately to help yourself feel positive and, staying on track with what you want to be achieving? Let's start with Rory. Have you started doing anything differently that's helping you stay positive?
Not really. I've just sort of not so much anymore because we're sort of almost back to normal. But when we were in remote learning, I played a lot of guitar, which obviously, I mean, if you're a musician, great, go do that. If you're not, well then I don't know what to say, because as a musician, that's it's one of my my biggest pastimes. So that's helped me stay positive. If you're a musician, I encourage everybody out there to go and do the same. Maybe go and learn a new instrument. Who knows? You've got heaps of time now.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great advice. It's always good to learn something new. I've been wanting to work on my electric guitar skills a bit more, but I can't say that I've picked up the electric guitar yet, but it's on the to-do list. What about you, Sally? Is there anything you've been doing to stay, in a good frame of mind during all this?
There's a few things. I think, and I know lots of people tell you that meditation is really good, but sometimes when you're not in a very good headspace, it's really hard to just sit there and switch your brain off. It sounds like it's easy, and it might be exactly the right thing that you need to do. But meditation can be lots of different things. So like Rory was saying, playing an instrument or getting your brain out of, switch off the news, get off social media, all these people arguing about what's happening with the pandemic and who's right and vaccines and blah, 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 all that stuff can really be a bit overwhelming. So switch that off and immerse yourself in something like a good book. Go for a walk. I find getting out and going for a walk outside in nature is really good.
Oh.
But, for our friends in Melbourne who maybe can't do that, get off social media, turn the news off and just colour in, read a book, write a song, read some poetry, baking. That's what I've been doing, baking.
That's some really practical advice. Thanks for that, Sally. That's lots of things people can do. And I've actually pulled up our winner of the golden question. Remember, it was the top-selling golden guitar winners. You had to put in chronological order. It was very close. It was 1 second difference between the quickest and the second quickest answer, but Akubra Rail, whoever you were our quickest correct answer tonight. So congratulations, you have won the CD of your choice. So whichever artist new release you want, send me a message and we will post it out to you. Congratulations. And I'm very looking forward to see what your choice is, because there's so much to choose from at the moment. So yeah, very curious. All right, let's go to Della. What have you been doing to stay happy and healthy lately?
Oh, gee, a lot of what Sally was saying, actually. I try to get out. We're only allowed out for an hour a day. So I always make sure that I get out for that hour, and I just put my earpods on and just listen to some music and go for a walk around. We've got a lake not far from me, and just, try and be with nature. I don't know why, but it always makes me feel better to do that. Just
It's
to get
so
out.
true. The sunlight and the flowers
Yeah, I just need to get out. You get a bit sick of the same four walls, that's for sure. So
absolutely. And what I'm loving in the neighbourhood I'm in Sydney, winter's not typically the time of year where you expect to see flowers out and about, but there are actually a lot of winter trees in this neighbourhood that do flowers. And so we've had all the magnolias out recently, and they're just beautiful. And in the last week or so, all the cherry blossoms have started to come out, and it is just gorgeous. I actually get to wake up and look at a cherry blossom straight away, and it's putting a little smile on my face. Something about flowers and nature can definitely put you in the right headspace, especially in a time like this.
Great.
And what about Patsy and Dave? What have you guys been doing? Because I know you run the Mantra down in Yarraville in Melbourne, and that's closed up at the moment with the lockdown you've gone back into. What have you been doing to stay, feeling sane and feeling like there's a bright future ahead? Walking.
And it's spring is just around the corner, so spring is almost sprung, and the grass will rise. And
I suppose we have been doing some walks, and it's something that I used to do on quite a regular basis. But running the restaurant sort of takes that time away from you. So been doing a little bit more of that, and
live music.
Yeah, and digging into some projects at home in my workshop, building stuff for the studio has really been keeping me sane. So being involved in music, but in a different sort of capacity, and being excited about learning new skills with sound engineering and producing and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you've actually just released a song in the last couple of days. The picture we can see behind you is a little snippet from your new music video, which I have to say is so cool. You've got an artist that's cut out shapes with paper and done the whole thing in stop motion, which I know must have taken him a long, long time to do. Yeah. How'd you come up with an idea to do such a cool clip like that?
I think the song, which is just Give It All You Got, it's a bit of a country pop song, and we felt that it probably needed to be boppy and colourful, and everything that when we're feeling a bit grey and depressed and down and grey. So we just wanted.
We thought it was a sort of a could be a song that could be a motivational song.
Yeah,
that could be pitched at sort of or younger people could relate to as well. So we just wanted to make it bright, colourful, and fun.
Yeah.
And you invented a new word in it, and it's been stuck in my head ever since I watched it. I think the line is, your stick-to-it-ivity might spark your creativity.
Funnily enough, you know what? We stole that.
You stole it?
We did.
Not really. We can't take
credit for that. Years and years, very early on in Disney's sort of career, that was one of the words that he actually apparently applied to a lot of his very early stuff. So stick-to-it-ivity, I think, is in fact something that actually, came from Disney. But yeah, but it's a great word.
Not many people have heard it.
No, I'd never heard it, because you think of words like consistency and dedication. They all kind of cover the same thing, but stick-to-it-ivity is just it's cute and quirky.
One of those words that just really worked in the song when we were writing it. We thought that's a really cool word to chuck in there. So,
stick to activity, stick to creativity, stick to any activity that you like, really,
And the whole thing about the song is like never give up. And if you really believe in what you're doing, with enough sort of persistence, and you can achieve anything. That's what the whole song's about.
Well, that sounds like the perfect message for people right now that are feeling a bit down. I have to say, in like the last probably less than 24 hours, I've seen 2 big posts from musicians saying that they're quitting the music industry and getting jobs in another field. And it's like, wow, it's definitely hitting people hard in the music industry. And if you're able to stick to it, I don't know, it's going to help you feel good in the long run. But of course, you got to do what you got to do to pay the bills right now. And there's no pressure. If you do have to take a day job, it doesn't say anything about who you are as a musician. It's just what you got to do to survive. And surviving's the most important.
Totally.
Well, thank you all for coming on today. You've all done a fantastic job. And I hope you had a bit of fun, because that's the point of this whole quiz show. It's not really about testing who's the smartest. It's about getting us all together for a bit of a chat and hopefully a bit of a laugh. Do you think we accomplished that tonight?
Absolutely.
Very fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I appreciate the enthusiasm. And same goes for our audience. I hope you all had a bit of a laugh at home. And I know some people have been saying, especially people down in Melbourne, have been tuning in a bit more regularly because this is at least something for them to do while they're in lockdown. So you'll notice we've got a lot of Melbourne musicians on the last few weeks. They're all in lockdown. They're like, please let me come play the quiz.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
Well, I appreciate your time tonight. Hope you've had fun. Hope you're letting the creative juices flow in whatever way that comes to you, and just getting through it all with a smile on your face. Well, I appreciate your time, and we'll see our audience next week. And of course, all of our celebs tonight, if you want to have another go, let me know and we'll slot you in on a future week. I know Patsy and Dave, maybe if you check your internet connection, you need a take two to see if it really was the internet or if there's something else going on there.
I think we'll take the internet.
Yeah.
Bloody Telstra.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you all again next Wednesday. Locking in artists for the next few weeks. There's some big names coming up in the next few weeks, I have to tell you. So please spread the word about the show. Leave us a lovely comment, share it with your friends. Make sure we get more people watching next week and the week after. And of course, you can still win a prize. Akuba Rail, we're going to be contacting you for you to pick your prize tonight. Thank you to Start Webcast. Adrian Davies from Start Webcast has made this beautiful live stream show look as gorgeous as it is, makes it all function. Thank you to him. He does a great job. Thank you to Robert Holmes, who sponsors the show. And thank you to our new sponsor, Charlie Wang, who's sponsoring our Golden Question prize each week. And Renee, thanks Renee for singing, and everyone else that helps out with the show. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. But we'll see you next Wednesday. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for having me.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Let me figure out how to turn this thing off.
Too much port, Dani. Too much port.
It's the wine. All right, bye for real this time.